Hello everybody. So yesterday I shared a picture of this circle bed and somebody suggested to make a video of it, so that's what I'm going to do now. But I wanted to take a second to point out this redbud tree, Cercis canadensis. This is our state tree here in Oklahoma, one of our native trees. And getting a little closer to it, you can see it's loaded up with little honeybees. So a great tree that's supporting our pollinators. It's also, if you look at the flowers, they remind me of pea flowers, and they are in fact a legume. So this tree will take nitrates from the air and fix its own nitrogen in the soil, but just looks really great. I thought I'd share that with you. But now let's walk over to the circle bed and see what's growing on there. Okay, so if you live in Oklahoma, then you're very aware of how quickly weather can change. So this bed looked a little better yesterday. Today is our first really warm day. It's going to get up to about 80, which it's around there right now. So you can see some of the tulips are already splaying open. A lot of the daffodils are already fading. But I will say, one of the most tragic things that I see in the garden centers is people selling blooming daffodils and tulips for, around $5 a pop, where you can better spend your money in October and buy a whole bag of bulbs for that and then put them in the ground. So this bed, it has about, I think it's around 400 bulbs in it. We plant about 37 flats, 18 plants in a flat, and it actually goes pretty quickly, all thanks to this one tool. That's the end of it here. Let me back up. So that is an auger, and what we do is we auger down a hole. We go about 6 inches deep, and then we'll throw the tulip bulb in that hole, and then right on top of it we'll plant the pansy in the same hole. So we get this nice big massing, and I think it looks better this year opposed to other years, because last September when we planted this all, we put down a lot of compost, and then we put down some blood meal for the pansies. Blood meal adds a lot of iron. Now, if you do live in the country, I would caution you about using blood meal, because the animals smell it, and then they can go dig up your garden, which we had a fox visit our back garden this year and went through our hyacinths and our pansies back there. So it was a lesson learned. But yeah, some closer shots of these tulips, and you can pretty much get any color of tulip you want. Actually, fun fact, back in Holland, way back in the day, people traded tulips, and it was actually a sign of wealth if you had a tulip garden. And it said that at that time, the Augustine tulip, which is a white with a red variegation in it, sold for about the equivalent of a Beverly Hills mansion. So that's how sought after they were. So I'll pause the video here, and I'll go show you that hyacinth bed that the fox got through. Okay, here we are in the back garden, and this is the bed I was telling you about. We just had some extra bulbs and pansies, so we put it in here. We didn't use the auger, we just trenched it, and then we put these hyacinths and crocus in the bottom, and then planted the pansies on top. Now most of the crocus are already spent. They said yesterday the bed looked a whole lot better. These whites seem to be on their way out, but these purples still look good. And if you've never smelt a hyacinth, I encourage you to go out and try to find one. To me, they smell more like roses than roses do, but they're very, very fragrant. So a great bulb to put at your front of your house that you can smell when you come home or leave for the day. And of course, our favorite cool season pansy with their smiling, happy little faces there. But yeah, so again, bulbs, great to put in October, November. They definitely pay off.